Laura and welcome to Craft to Artosaurus. My name's Paula and today I thought I would just give a little story about how my morning's been so far and the things I'm doing around and about and that sort of thing. Just as I did a little bit of sewing on my owls. So it's a Thursday and this is a day where I usually show you if I've been to an op shop or I go somewhere and I do a video on what's happening within the community. But I just thought, well, I'll tell you about the morning because it's, in some ways it was very funny and in others it was very sad. So I woke up this morning, you know, and got the dog out of, well, her dog bed kind of area and everything, and she goes outside and does her business and all that sort of thing. And I usually feed the cat, and I did feed the cat. It was Cinder was there and I fed her and fed him, but he didn't eat his food or anything. He was too busy looking at the dog bed, which I thought was a bit weird. But anyway, I went and got my iPad and, you know, I'm ready to go back to bed. And I usually, in the morning, I do a little bit of reading. It's what I do. I like to read the newspaper or something. And I thought that's weird because by now Cleo's usually in and waiting to be picked up because it's only a little dog. She can't jump on the bed. So I thought, oh, she's still outside. So I went down the other end. But no, Cleo was also just kind of sitting there looking at the dog bed. And I thought, that's really weird. Why are they both looking at the dog bed? And I looked down to the dog bed and I could see this kind of long worm-like thing. And I thought, oh dear, Cinder's brought a worm in. And obviously he has killed the worm. And there it is in the dog/cat bed area. So, dear oh dear, that's terrible. I'm going to fix that later because I wanted to read my newspaper. And, you know, it's just how I start my mornings. I find it very relaxing. I like to read my newspaper. Then I get up, you know, I get ready for the day and all of that. So I picked up the dog, closed the door from the foyer area to the inner area of our house, and didn't think anything of it. I just carried on, you know, with my morning, read my newspaper, relaxed. I've got the ladies coming today, so, you know, I usually give the house a big vacuum and a bit of a clean and do bits and pieces and all that sort of thing. So I'm quite relaxed, you know. Get into the kitchen. I'm ready for my piece of toast and maybe a banana to go with it and, yeah, a cup of tea. I'm desperate, actually, by the stage. I really just want my cup of tea. Let's be truthful. That's all I'm wanting in the morning is my nice cuppa. So I was quite relaxed and everything. And I thought, that's weird, because by now, Cinder is usually at the back door. And I've got my hearing aids in, so now I can hear things. And he's normally meowing, you know, meow, let me in kind of thing. But he wasn't doing that. And I thought, that's a bit weird. And so I opened the door, and he's still lying, like, right in front of this dog bed, just staring at it. And I thought, gosh, that's really, really weird. So I thought, well, maybe it's the worm, the dead worm inside it, and it's kind of freaked him out. So I went and grabbed a tissue, and I picked up this dead worm, and as I was halfway down the back steps, I thought, you know, this doesn't look like a dead worm at all. It kind of looks like a tail. And I thought, oh, well, maybe he's killed a mouse or a rat or something, or, you know, it's definitely something like that he's brought in. Ergo, I should give him a pat, tell him he's a good boy, and then he'll come and, you know, do his morning stuff and everything, demand to go out the front door, even though the back door's got the cat flap in it and everything like that. So I put the tail/worm, I'm not really sure what it is, in the red bin. That'll go to landfill here in Greymouth, and didn't really, you know, and I can just, you know, carry on. So I bent down, gave the cat, Cinder, a nice pat. Oh, you're such a good kitty cat. Oh, have you caught a mouse or something? Or you've caught a worm? Oh, you're so brave. My wonderful little pussycat. And so, you know, and I thought, well, any second he'll be through and he'll be demanding to go out the front door. This is our morning regular thing. And, you know, started doing the dishwasher, la-di-da-da, all as well. And every so often I could hear, which is our cat meowing, and that's how he meows. He's, he's posh. He doesn't go meow. He goes meow, 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 meow. So I thought, that's really weird. Why is he meowing like that? And my husband had commented the other day that he was meowing outside the door where I was, when I was in the bathroom getting ready for the day and everything. He was like meowing and meowing. And so maybe something's wrong with him. So now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, maybe there's something wrong with our cat. I better go and have a look. So I went and had a look, and the cat is still lying there just looking at the cat bed / dog bed, and every so often looking at it, and then he would go meow, meow, meow. And I thought, oh, maybe he's looking for that wormy thing that I threw out. Well, I'm not going to go and collect it. It's in the rubbish bin, and the rubbish bin far too big for me to reach it. I mean, come on, there's no way I could reach the bottom anyway. So I was kind of, oh, give him another pat, tell him he's a good boy. So I bent down and I went, oh, you're such a good boy, Cinder. And he was like purring away. So I thought, well, he definitely wants to be told he's a good boy. And he's still looking down at this jolly cat bed. And so I thought, oh, I'll pick it up, and then I can say to him, look, there's no mouse here, and all will be well in the world. So that's what I did. I picked up the cat bed, and I went to say, see, nothing here, and there was a mouse under the cat bed. So the cat's like purring, looking at the mouse. I, of course, am not a mouse fan. I hate to say this, folks, I really aren't. So I went, eek, it's a freaking mouse. And so I was eek, kind of, mouse, mouse. And the mouse, meanwhile, was kind of standing there going, yes, I'm a mouse. What are you going to do about it? And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to do something. There's a mouse. And then all of a sudden the mouse took off and ran into my kitchen / family room area. Oh my goodness. And the cat, of course, sauntered after it, kind of looking over its shoulder when it got to the door at me, as if to say, that's right, human, I have caught a mouse. And now there's a mouse in the house. So I was totally freaked. And thankfully, my husband, of course, is, as you all know, home, and because he's on holiday. So I thought, oh, Jason will deal with this. So I went back in, and the cat was on the floor looking into the family room. Ergo, the mouse is somewhere in that family room. I'm not going into the family room. There's no way I'm putting my foot into the family room. And so I thought, I'll empty the dishwasher, carry on emptying the dishwasher, and make my breakfast and everything. I need that cup of tea. That's how desperate I was. I wasn't going mouse hunting. So I did all of that, and when I'd finished, still no sign of my husband. But most importantly of all, Cinder had not moved at all, and I could not see a mouse anywhere. So I thought, well, maybe the mouse is gone. I don't know. Maybe it has gone. I was thinking, well, it could be my imagination. Maybe it wasn't a mouse I saw. Of course it was a mouse I had seen. And so I thought, well, I'll just go and have my breakfast. So I went over to the seat I normally sit at, and I checked under it for a mouse, and beside it for a mouse, and on it for a mouse, and there was no mouse. So I was feeling quite good. So I put my cup of tea and my piece of toast and the banana I was going to eat on the side table, and all was well in the world. I sat there and I ate it, and very relaxed. I finished it, and I thought, well, there is no mouse. I am very happy about this. All is well in the world. And I look at my watch and I thought, oh, well, the ladies will be arriving in a little bit, another hour and a half. They all arrive at 10 o'clock, so I better do something here. And I thought, oh, no, I'll hang out that washing. So I went and grabbed the jumper that I'd done and put some more washing on. And I was quite relaxed with my morning and everything. And I came back, and the dog was now there and was kind of staring around about where I had been sitting. So I thought, aha, that's where the mouse was. And then my husband walked in, and he said, what was all that noise? And I said, there's a mouse in the house. Slightly panicked, as I don't really like them. And he's like, oh, Lily's not here anymore, and that was our cat who used to catch mice. And he said, there's no way Cinder has caught a mouse. You must have missaw it. And I thought, well, maybe I did, because I hadn't seen a mouse, for a while. And sure enough, I thought that it's just my imagination. Maybe it was something else, and it wasn't a mouse that I'd seen. It's my fault kind of thing. So I carried on with my morning, and, just did bits and pieces here and there that I normally do on a Thursday. And then Sheila had sent a message, one of the ladies who'd come. She couldn't make it. She had something to do uptown. So I was like, oh, that's fine. And then I found out another friend, unfortunately, had their dog had passed away, which was very sad. So I was writing to her and everything. And Jason came back in and he said, well, I'm off. I'm going to go to the golf course. I'm going to do some videoing. And I was like, okay. He said, well, when are your ladies are arriving? And I looked at my watch and I said, oh, another 20 minutes. I'll be fine. Off you go. And he was like, oh, yeah, I'll be back around about morning tea time. So I expected him at around about, 11 o'clock or something. That's fine. I'll have some nice morning tea. And so I got busy and got things ready in the house and, just organised myself for my crochet knit group. And 10 o'clock, the washing also had finished, the second load, so I quickly took that out and hung it up. And I thought, oh, getting a bit close, Paula, but that'll be fine. You can carry on. You don't need urn on, because what I call our urn, I've got a big urn that I put on for when my ladies come. I thought, I don't need urn on. There's not that many. We'll be fine, and I can just use the jug. Hung everything out. And now, of course, I got back inside. It was like 5 minutes to 10, and I was thinking, oh, well, usually by now, some people have arrived and no one's arrived, and no one did arrive that day. And I thought, oh, well, that's it. No one's arriving. By about 10:15, I decided no one was arriving. Right, let's go do something else. So I actually got out my knitting and everything. I thought, no, I'm going to sit here for a while and I'm going to knit. This is what I should be doing on Thursday mornings, and also I need to finish this baby gear I'm knitting, because it's a treat for someone who's pregnant at the moment. Not myself, of course, because, far too old for that. And I thought, I'll have a nice drink of water and I'll just sit here and relax and do a little knitting. So I got a big glass of water and everything, put some ice in it and all of that. And I was ready to sit there and relax. And I thought, no, I'm not going to sit where I normally sit, which was a fatal flaw in my plan. I'm going to sit over on the sofa, because the sun was streaming. And I thought, oh, this will be lovely. I can sit there in the sun and, and away I go. I can knit, and I'll watch a couple of things on YouTube, because I wanted to watch Christine's one on her one that she's got at the moment, where she's away and she's having a wonderful time with all the ladies sewing and everything. And there was an Annie one out that I wanted to see, and there was a Cool Kukuri Creations. I thought, oh, I'm going to have a really fun morning. I'm going to be just relaxing here, finish off this baby jumper. It'll only take me a little while, and I might even, thought I to myself, start the blanket. So, I've got plans. I know where I'm going. All is well in the world. So I sat down and I thought, why is Cleo in the middle of the floor just looking up? And the cat had also kind of noticed Cleo in the middle of the floor just looking up. And so I looked up, and there on my curtain rail was a mouse. Now, I, of course, went, oh my God, it's a mouse. And I'm sorry, people. So I grabbed my phone. Proof of mouse was the first thing on my mind, because my husband had said, maybe you had imagined it. And I thought, I'm going to get photographic proof there was a mouse in our house before I catch it and put it out. Meanwhile, Cinder must have heard me go, mouse, looked up, saw the dog, come rushing over, jumped up onto the chair where I normally sit, pounced onto the back, and was looking up at the cat, which was on top of the curtain rail, and he was full out, like, look here, Mum, here's the mouse that I brought in. Aren't you proud of me? And no, I'm not proud of him. I'm kind of freaked out, and by now, of course, I should know how to speak mouse and how to kill a mouse and all that sort of thing, but truly, I don't like mice at all. they totally freak me out. There's something about them. It's just gross. It's just grossy. It's just so gross. So I was really, really totally freaked. Sad to say. And I hadn't, learnt mouse whispering or anything like that. And the mouse was virtually standing there, almost kind of daring me, like, yeah, I'm a mouse. What are you going to do about it, human? I know, it's so me, isn't it? Oh my goodness. So these thoughts were going through my head as I took a photo of the mouse. I will put it at the end of the story, and after I've finished doing a little bit more sewing. And I thought, well, I'm going to have to grab the mouse. I really am. And Jason had mentioned earlier on, the last time we had a mouse in the house, when Lily was alive, our cat who passed, she was such a beautiful cat, he had caught it with a butterfly net. That was just in the garage. So I thought, I'll go out and I'll get the butterfly net, and I will catch that mouse and I will release the mouse. I will be a brave person. I will become one. I will be a Jedi master of catching mice. I am no longer a Padawan. I am now the master. So I was very relaxed and thinking, oh, this is going to be fine. It's going to be absolutely fine. What are you worried about, Paula? For goodness sake, get over yourself. Meanwhile, Cinder's still looking at the mouse going, meow, meow. So I went over, patted him, and I said, yes, I can see the mouse. I will be back. We will sort the mouse out. Cats, of course, understand you. And I'm sure the meow that he said next was, right, human, get onto it. So I toddled out to the garage and looked for the net, the butterfly net that my daughter got like 30 years ago, I think, from her grandparents. And I couldn't see it at first. And then finally, of course, I spotted it and I was like, aha, the net. And so I reached over and grabbed the net, and blow me down, I don't know, 30 years doesn't seem that old, I'm thinking. But no, the bottom of the net had totally been destroyed. It was no longer a net. It was just a giant hole. So I thought, oh my goodness, I can sort this out. So of course I tied a knot. All was well. The net was workable. There was still a hole on the side of the net, but I figured when I went to catch the mouse, I would have that hole at the top. Mouse will never escape. I was sure of myself. So off I toddled inside. Now I came to the next little part of the story, which you're not going to believe, I know, but I am kind of short. I think most craft people are short. Ergo, Annie is short. So I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to climb on this chair that I normally sit on, that the cat's still on the back of, going, row, like, come on, sort out this mouse for me. Catch it and hand it to me so I can eat it, because, it's on a curtain rail and I can't get to it. And I thought, I'm going to have to stand on there to get to the mouse. And so I did. And at this stage, the mouse had gone from the curtain end to the other end. So it's a big long curtain that just pulls across our French doors, and it's only on one end and you pull it all the way across. So I was like, I can do this. I am so good. I can do this. And as I put the net up, I thought, hang on, there's the hole. So I turned the net inside out and changed it a bit. So the hole was now at the top. I was safe. Mouse go in, catch it. All is good in the world. And so I kind of got closer and closer to the mouse. I thought, oh, this is going to work. This is going to work. You're going to get it, Paula. You're going to get the mouse. And I got right beside the mouse, and the mouse finally saw the net and just climbed up the wall and ran over the net and down the other end. So now it's looking at me through the folds of the curtain going, that's right, I'm a mouse and you missed me. Oh dear, it was so funny. Well, at the time it wasn't. I was like, mouse, I thought I was going to come down the curtains, I don't know, bite me or something. So this is true. This is my life. This is how exciting things are here on the west coast of New Zealand. So I was like, oh, for goodness sake, Paula, get over yourself. So I jiggled the curtains and the mouse ran back across, and I quickly put out the net and the mouse ran into the net. I had caught said mouse. I was so excited. I pulled the net around and kind of jumped down off the seat I was on. I was like, yes, I have caught the mouse. And then the mouse fell through the hole of the net onto the floor. So now I'm going, oh my God, it's a mouse and it's on the floor. And Cinder had jumped down and raced after the cat. And I was like, oh my goodness, there's a mouse in the house. And I heard this voice behind me. It was my husband, Jason. And he was like, what's all the noise about? And I thought, oh, finally, my knight in shining armour. So I had it in the net. And I said, there is a mouse in the house and you need to catch it. Here's the net. I'd done my bit, I'd got the net, all is well in the world. And he looked at me and I said, hang on, I have photographic proof. I know the last thing any of you are thinking I would need to say, but that's what I said, hang on, I have photographic proof. And he was like, where's the mouse? And I was like, hang on, I'll show you first. I've got the picture here. I don't want you to miss the picture. And he's like, just tell me where the mouse is. And I was like, no, I'm going to get the picture so you can prove. I'm going to prove to you that there is a mouse in the house and that we need to catch the mouse. And he's like, just tell me where the mouse was, Paula. And I was like, no, hang on. There you go. Look, there is a mouse. And he looked at the picture and he was like, yeah, I get it. There's a mouse. And he said, now where? He said, so it's over here by the curtain. And I said, yes, it's over here by the curtain. And he looked around and he said, where are the ladies? I said, no one turned up. And he kind of looked at me with this look in his eyes of disbelief. And I think he was thinking, if the ladies were here, the mouse would be gone by now because one of them would have caught it. And he's most probably right too, which is really, really sad, isn't it, for me to be saying that. But no one was there, so I was the mouse catcher. It was me, and quite frankly, I suck at this sort of thing. And so I helped him move furniture, and we could not find the mouse anywhere at all on that side of the room. So he said, in his wisdom, oh, it must be on the other side of the room. So we went over to the sofa and he was looking behind the sofa, and under the sofa he had his phone out and he was shining the light down and all of that. And I thought, oh, any second now he'll see it and he'll catch it. And I leant against the wall and I looked down and there was the jolly mouse right in front of me on the floor. And so I went, oh my God, it's a mouse, it's right here, it's the mouse, it's right here. And he was like, bring it down a notch, come on, work it out now. He's just a little mouse. It's not the end of the world. If you're quieter, and I said, oh, it's okay. The mouse has moved. And it had gone behind the sofa. So I said, it's behind the sofa. It's heading your way. You'll be able to catch it shortly. That's great. I said, don't forget, there's a hole in the net. And he'd put the net down and the mouse wandered into the net. He said, there's a hole in the net. I said, well, I fixed the one at the bottom, but not the one on the side. And he pulled the net up and the mouse just dropped through the hole. And then when it hit the floor, it shot my way. And I was like, the mouse is coming my way. The mouse is coming my way. The mouse is coming my way. And my voice was getting high. He was like, breathe. It's not the end of the world. Think about it. It's just a mouse. It can't eat you or anything. So now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, it'll be, plague mouse or something. I don't know. My mind was all over the place. And the mouse finally settled in this corner by the door. And I thought, hang on, it's got the rest of the house it can run into. So I went over past the mouse to the door and I slowly closed the door, and the mouse thankfully stayed where it was and didn't shoot up the hallway. And so he comes around with the net and there's the mouse sitting there, kind of like, yeah, I'm a mouse and she's scared of me, I'm sure it took a step forward and I was like, oh, it's a mouse. And Jason's like, calm down. It's fine. I'm right here. I've got the net and I've got the hole over here. We'll be absolutely fine. And he catches the mouse, which is so relieving. Oh my goodness. And as he heads out to the back door to the foyer area, the mouse falls through the hole in the net again. And this time it's full out running towards me. I'm like, oh my God, it's a mouse, and it shot into the corner where it was when we caught it the last time. And Jason's like, that's fine, but now it's like jumping off the floor, and it's like jumping really high. It's like really high jumps, and I was like, oh, this is so scary. And he's just like, breathe, breathe, all is well, it's fine. A poor man, what he's got to put up with me, I don't know. So he finally he catches the mouse again, and I can't pick it up, because when I go to pick it up, it's going to fall through the hole in the net, and we're not going to get it outside. And I was like, okay, right. So I went and got Tupperware. Yep, good old-fashioned Tupperware, and it saved the day. And so he put that beside the net, and the net went into the Tupperware, and then I crashed down the little Tupperware container on top of this poor mouse inside this container. And I said, let's just leave it there. It can suffocate and die. And he's like, no, we'll take it outside and release it. And I thought, release it? The cat's just going to go and catch it again. Oh, my goodness, what are we doing here? But no, he was halfway across the back lawn, and the mouse got free, and it dropped onto the ground. So I rushed, and I slammed the back door closed, and he's looking at me with this look of I'm looking out the French windows after I'd done it, rushed back into the sitting room just in case something's happened, and the look on his face of, I cannot believe you've closed the door and you've locked me out here with this jolly mouse. And then, he picks it up, and finally he threw it over the fence, and our next door neighbour's got the mouse. Yes, that's very sad, but true. And so, I made a big fuss over Cinder, oh, you're such a big, brave cat, bringing that mouse inside, and all that sort of rubbish, that you say to your cats. So they're all proud of themselves. And, the dog, of course, was no use at all. Cleo was just useless throughout the whole thing. He was a bit like me, point at it and expect someone to catch the mouse. Oh dear, my poor long-suffering husband. So that was most of my morning. So by the time we caught the mouse, it was like 11:30, I think. And Jason had been out because he'd photographed some more with his drone. He'd gone drone photographing of the golf course, which is what he's doing at the moment. So I'll put that on their golf course page, I guess, on Facebook or something, or YouTube. I'm not really sure what they're going to do with it. But yeah, it'll be lots of fun. I know it'll be fantastic footage, because today is such a lovely day. Oh, stinking hot again. We were informed the other day that it was going to be lovely and cool today. So I thought, oh, perfect day to be knitting. I have not got any knitting done at all. I've actually stayed away from the family room just in case there were 2 mice, not 1. Of course there's only 1, but I thought, well, today for the video, it's usually just a short video. I'll sit here and I'll tell you about my mouse story as I do something with my handbag. And I've decided this owl here, I'm just going to do lots of seed stitching. I think that'll look nice, and I'll do the little yellow beak and the little yellow feet, and I'll do something here, and just have a little bit of fun with the pattern that's there already, and do a bit of slow stitching, which is what I've been doing while you poor folks listen to my mouse story. Oh dear. So yes, that was my exciting morning of becoming a mouse hunter, which means I would most probably never ever be a rat catcher in the Victorian era. But oh dear, it's so very, very sad when all I've got to talk about is a little mouse. It was quite a cute little mouse too, but still it's a mouse in the house. So after we'd caught the mouse and everything, I was very busy, and I said to my husband, well, the furniture's all out. I'm going to clean up, do the skirtings and all that. So I did a spring clean when we're heading into autumn here. So the nights are a little bit cooler, which is lovely, but the days are so hot. It's just not funny. Yeah, but that's okay. Yeah, and of course, thankfully, I don't have any mice in my house anymore. So I hope you found that a little bit amusing. Maybe not. Maybe me rabbiting on while I'm sewing here has annoyed you. But yeah, and so I'm just going to carry on doing seed stitch here on this owl throughout the rest of the night and all of that sort of thing. I've decided I'm going to try and make tikka masala curry, but without onions, because I can't eat onions at the moment. So I can eat chicken, and since chicken tried to kill me, I've been eating more of it in my life. Yeah, I figure, well, I'm going to kill as many chickens as I can because they tried to kill me. I don't know. So sad. It's such a sad life I have, isn't it? So very silly. But yeah, it's been an interesting day, and now, of course, my family room is lovely and clean. And I figure if no one comes next week to crochet knit, I might just close up the group, and this will give me a little bit more free time, and I can just, yeah, when someone needs help, I'll just offer to go around to their house and help them, or you know, meet them uptown for a coffee or a tea or something. That might be the way to go. I will miss my ladies though, and I did miss them today, but I totally get people have busy lives, and the group has been going for quite a while. Gosh, I started this, I think my daughter Melanie was in her second to last year of school when I started. So could be wrong, but it feels like could be 7 years of crochet knit, maybe a little bit longer. And it is a lovely group. So it might also be something that is, because it is so hot, I'm actually wondering if anyone is knitting at the moment here in here on the west coast of New Zealand. I know other parts of New Zealand have been really cool, but we are the place to be, really. It's just been so lovely here. And yeah, so let me pause you and I will go and grab my knitting so I can show you what I've been doing. And if anyone would like a knitting video, I'm more than happy to do that, or even a crochet one. So I'll be back shortly with my knitting. I'll just press pause. Okay, I'm back, and I brought my knitting with me. So the wool I'm using is a crepe 4-ply, and it's of course a luxury merino. Now I did get this at my local store here, Pins and Needles, and Jill, the owner, is absolutely fantastic. If there's ever something that you kind of want or you would like, she'll normally get it in for you. So this is the ribbing. It's so interesting, isn't it? Yep, so this is the ribbing of the 2 sleeves, and that's as far as I've got. So I'm about ready to change my needle size and work up. So there, that's the right way. I've got bits of thread there. Let's have a look there. There you go. The ribbing is rather pretty. This is the back, and that's the pattern that I'm doing. So it's really sweet, and it's very small because it's for a newborn. So, and it's got raglan sleeves, which I don't know. I haven't done raglan sleeves in a while, but this is the most popular pattern at the moment here in Greymouth. And I did ask the shop lady, what's the most, you know, popular pattern for babies at the moment, because it's been a while since my girls, you know, were babies, and I don't want to be making something that, this is a neutral one that can be for a boy or a girl. So that's why it's this kind of and that's the front of the jacket, and that's the other side of the little jacket. And I've just got holders because the sides will go up and around here. And it's a really quick, easy pattern. Actually, it hasn't taken me very long at all. It's just a case of, it's been so hot I haven't wanted to hold the yarn in my hand. And the pattern is a really, really simple pattern. So yeah, as you can see, it's very, very simple. and the back is lovely, and it's just a lovely, it actually feels a lot softer than I thought it would, so I'm really happy with this pattern. I thought it's rather a sweet little one, quite cool, and I'm not sure yet what I will be doing for the blanket. I'm still in two minds. I don't know whether to crochet something, because I do love to crochet blankets, or knit a blanket. Another lady at Jason's work, I did this lovely blanket for, and I knitted it, and it was just so pretty. Such a lovely pattern. You kind of added, it was like a weaving effect. It was just so lovely. I really enjoyed myself with that. So yeah, I'm still in two minds as to what I will do next. So I'm going to carry on just doing the seed stitch all around the owl. I'll do most probably a long stitch with a bob on the end, I'm thinking. I don't know, a pistol stitch maybe, going for the eyes. I think that could be quite sweet. I might leave the yellow just as is, but I will definitely do something down here, and I'm not sure about the wings. I'll see how it all looks, but then I also feel like that's the pattern on the yarn. I'm using my silk thread, which is hand dyed, and it's lovely to work with. It's so soft, so very beautiful. Yeah, it's something you can grab here and use in Greymouth. It's made here, and so I'm supporting a local crafts person by using it. So again, I do like to support locally crafted fun things. So that's made by Sue Roper, this one, and she runs Pink Possum here in Greymouth. Lovely store. I've actually asked her if I can do a little video inside to show you all what it's like, and she said yes to that. So I will get onto that. I've just been a little bit busy. I've got so much on with sewing and teaching and just other bits and pieces, especially with my husband being off. We've been doing a few little things here and there, and you know, being a bit naughty, went out for lunch, and just having fun here in Greymouth. So I really hope you enjoyed today's catch up of sorts, and my little tale on mouse. I was thinking I could really do a rather nice little book on this story. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more I wonder, should I just write the story down and then from there work out some pictures maybe. So I might do that as well. It could just be a fun thing to try out. So if you like this, could you give me a thumbs up, please? Write a comment down below, hopefully a positive one, not a negative one. You rabbit on a lot, you poor deluded person. So yeah, well, I've enjoyed this time with you today, and I thank you so much for watching. It's been wonderful to read people's comments and answer them, and just to know that people are enjoying my videos. So I'll see you on Sunday. I will have a little video of sorts on art. So until then, bye for now.